Hey, everyone. Welcome. This is Audrey Codner. I am the owner of ACG Math Tutoring, as well as the up and coming You Can Tutor. So I just wanted to come live a little early. I think I might actually like this time because one of my kids kind of canceled out. But I just wanted to kind of share a little bit about what is You Can Tutor. So you've probably heard me talk about it. You've seen a lot of my videos popping up here and there, giving out those tips. And it's nice to get the tips, but wouldn't it be nice to get the full Monty? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to keep it censored, but so if you are here, if you're a tutor or a teacher or an educator that is thinking about coming on for online tutoring, go ahead and put your title and your name in the chat. All right. Thank you so much for everyone that's popping in on TikTok. Hey, Brian. Hey, Oscar, Brian. And then we have, I think Valencia is going to come on in. I have a couple other people that's popping in on Facebook. I'm just trying to get everybody in here. So again, I am an online math tutor. I have been doing it for the last 4 years. Prior to that, I was a classroom teacher. And I'm just really just here to kind of help people to develop and to grow their online tutoring business. So if that sounds like you, go ahead and put yes in the chat. Maybe put a little hand wave out there just so you can say that you are here. Come on in. Hey, David, how are you? I have a lot of international people. Hello. And all of a sudden it starts raining here in Maryland. That's just life. That's just life. So I'm just sitting here just saying, look, on Friday, I will be launching my first course in online tutoring membership. So I'm really trying to reach out to a lot of people that are like even thinking about tutoring. And they're just like, you know what? I might be leaving the classroom. I might be staying. Either way, you know what? I really just want to get some information on just how to get started. What direction should I go into? And then what is that support? I know I'm going to need that support. So the whole premise of me doing the You Can Tutor, it really just kind of hit me hard because when I was going through, even when I was in the classroom, I would have loved to have someone to kind of walk me through. And we had what was called teacher mentors. And nowadays, it's either that's going to be phased out because a lot of people just need someone that's brand new to tutoring or teaching that needs that support. And what having like a teacher mentor, they kind of walked you through your paces. So it was just a matter of, hey, this is what you got to do. This is what you shouldn't do. This is how you get fired. This is how you stay in the classroom for a long time. So they kind of helped you, they kind of guide you through it. So I wanted to kind of do the same thing, but for tutors. So for people that really want to either step away from the classroom or to use their great skills to help teach our small kids. So sometimes it's kids, sometimes it's adults, sometimes it's those in between. So what star really stemmed from the You Can Tutor really kind of hit hard when it was just time to, I don't know, it was time for me to move. It was time for me to grow. I still love to teach, but I just was trying to find my paces. I really wanted to find something to do and somewhere to go. So when it came down to finally making that decision, hey everyone, thanks for coming in, even if you're stopping in. Hey Matthew. Um, it just seemed like I just really wanted to do something fulfilling. And the way that I think of is like use what you got to get what you want. So, hey, Cass. So, I'm basically using my teaching abilities to kind of break down concepts. And I know I was getting away from the classroom, but there was still a lot of kids that need my assistance. So, when I was doing all that, it just seemed like it was the perfect fit. But then when I did a lot of programs, it always seemed like it was like the same ending. It just seemed like I was really shorthanded. So it seemed like I was going there and you spend 8 weeks or 10 weeks or 12 weeks doing a program, which was a great program, but then you always felt rushed. And it just didn't seem like things just kind of synced. And it takes some time for it to kind of marinate. Hey, Patty, how are you? So it just seemed like it always took some time for me to really basically understand what was going on, like the why. Like, why should I go and do these things? Hey, Aaron, why should I really go out and put flyers up? And why should I talk to parents before I put them on my calendar? And, why should I do math as opposed to English and everything else? So, but I always felt bad for people that are like fresh, like seasoned teachers that are freshly coming out. They've had their routine for so long, and now they're just kind of asked to hurry up and learn something new. And they have to learn while doing. And we all know when you're trying to learn something while doing, trust me, it gets difficult, it gets frustrating, it gets overwhelming. And that's what kind of stemmed with the You Can Tutor. And I noticed there's a lot of teachers that may or may not be coming back for next year. Hey, Ashley. And it just seemed like no one wants to go through the torture. And a lot of the teachers right now, some of them are, finished with school right now. You celebrated last week or this week is your last week. But there are some kids that are still going on. But everybody wants to do something well and well-being. Hey, Heather, it's you. So everybody wants to continue on, but they don't want the stress, the strain, the torture that they've had all year. So I'm seeing a lot more, especially on TikTok, I'm seeing a lot more teachers coming on saying, I'm done. I quit and I'm doing some other things to help me out. Hey, Michael, how are you? And I know a lot of people are just like, okay, I'm going to leave, but going to leave to do what? Like, what is it that I'm going to do? What is it that I want to achieve? Hi, Tina. Hey, Jackie. So for me, it was online tutoring. It was an easy flow because I've been in the classroom for at that time 18 years. The pandemic was hitting, things were changing. Some people, people weren't going outside. So online tutoring was starting to become a phase. And I knew I wasn't going to come back just 2 weeks before the pandemic hit. I told my principal I wasn't going to come back. And then bam, everything got shut down. So, with all this, I really wanted to put together something that was going to be great for people that needs hands-on instruction. Like most programs is like online, or there's a video, you watch the video, then you come for a Q&A, and then you have the Q&A, you feel great that one moment, and then the next day, you're not feeling as confident anymore, right? So, hey, Mary, hey, Lisa. So it just seemed like I wanted to develop something that was going to really connect with people that need some extra time for it to marinate. It just made sense to me. So by using what you got, which is your academics, to get what you want, which is financial and time freedom, it just seemed like a win-win situation. But like most tutors, they all ask the same thing. How do I get started? Like, where do I go? How much should I charge? What do I say to parents? Because a lot of these people that are tutors, they were one of those teachers that either weren't so assertive and able to talk to parents, and they might need some assistance of like, what do I say in an email? What do I say when I finally get them on the phone? And it always seemed to kind of stem into that realm. So with You Can Tutor, I can break down all those concepts. I can break down all those fears. So then you can just relax and do what you want to do, which is tutor. So I'm just here to kind of share what exactly that this You Can Tutor course is going to stem with, as well as what is the membership and how am I going to let this flow? Because all of this will be launched on the 1st, June 1st, which is this Saturday. So I'm kind of excited about it. So, hey, Jojo, how are you? Hello, everyone. I think I have another person in here. I'm just checking on my stuff. Hey, Beverly. All right. So, basically, this is what's going on with the You Can Tutor. So You Can Tutor, I know people on YouTube or on TikTok can't see, but everyone else should be able to. The course itself is like, I like to call it, is the ecosystem of tutoring. So you have to start from the very beginning. Everybody always wants to start with, how do I get clients? Or how do I find clients? First of all, you don't find clients. They come and find you. And the only way that you do that is to attract who you are. So you have to start from the very beginning. So, hey, Gat. So the very beginning is that mindset. Going from a teacher to a tutor is a huge mindset shift, completely different. Because when you make that almost said that that mindset shift, you have to go from, I am no longer a martyr, to, I am a business person and this is my business and here are my parameters. And then I can still teach and educate not only my student, but also the parents as well. So it just seems like you have to go through like a shift before you can actually really dive into it. So there's going to be things you got to let go. Like the whole thing's like, oh, okay, I'll be with one kid for 3 hours. Yeah, no. Oh, okay, I'll just take on as many students as I can. Okay, that's great. But do you want to do that? So, hey, Clark, how are you? So it just seemed like when you go into it, you have a mindset shift. The other thing that you need to do is get a business plan. There's too many people that are starting businesses that have no plan whatsoever. Their only plan is to get money. Okay, let's see how far that will work, because you have to figure out, what are the resources that you need? What are the platforms that you really need to get to in order to make this happen? Hey, Jason, versus having just willy-nilly just go ahead and just throwing up some numbers and just say, all right, this is how much I'm going to charge. Okay, your kid likes it. Great. Awesome. It's a whole process. So you're basically trying to set up a flow, trying to set up a journey. I'm good. How are you? I'm trying to set up a journey and a flow so you have like a way to go through it and to help those parents to see what is the end result, which we all know is for your kid to be better in whatever the content is. So after that, learning to identify and to attract your ideal client. So you can't just assume, oh yeah, everyone just struggles. No. Some people need a tutor, not just because they're struggling, because they want to do some advancement. So it's always like a different way, a different feel, because every kid in every situation is different. And how can you track about that? Good. What are you talking about? Sorry, I don't know. No problem. I am talking about my online course that I'm using that I'm actually going to launch on Friday, well, kind of Friday, Saturday, about my online tutoring business. So I'm here to help other people that are thinking about starting a tutoring business, and I can help them with it, just going step by step. So a couple things I just wanted to share was my course and then also my membership. What's going on? All right, but thanks for asking. All right. So identifying and attracting your ideal clients. Also, what are your policies? What is your terms and conditions? When do you want to get paid? How do you want to get paid? What is the time frame that you're allowing for kids? Are you flexible, or are you just very rigid with the time frames that you're going to have appointments? And then another thing I like to do is video etiquette. There is too many times I'm seeing tutors with their phones, which is great, but then you see all nostril. Hi, I'm talking about, why am I looking up your nose? It's like, don't stop, you're doing good. Thank you. So it just seems like with the video etiquette, like what are some of the things that you really need to be comfortable with the camera? I know when I first started doing online tutoring, I was terrible because I was like, hi, how are you? Today we're gonna learn a little. You can't hear me. You can't hear me. So now I'm able to sit up straight, able to vocalize, be able to be one with not only myself, be myself, but also to be with the students. All right. So other than the video etiquette, also the piece that a lot of people are afraid of, the marketing. So people are just kind of afraid, like, I don't know how to market myself. And what should I do to market? Some of it can involve tech, which is social media, like we're doing here. And then some of it, Let me get that out of the way. And some of it could be like non-tech, like doing a flyer, reaching out to other small business owners and just doing some kind of collaboration. And then the last one, the onboarding protocol. So, what are you going to do and say when you finally get someone that's interested in your services? So, you need to figure out what it is, what needs to be in place. So then, when you finally have that conversation, you're confident enough that you can just actually have a conversation, do what you want to do if it's an assessment, and then talk turkey about what you're going to do for payments and for future assignments. So, with all of that, there is like two different ways. I think I want to have additional modules. So later on, I was going to do some modules about like lead generation. That's mostly for other people, Ophi. And then you have email marketing as well as live streaming. Like, how are you going to do live streams? And doing something like this is perfectly fine, but it does take practice. And you're probably going to see a couple of my video tips roaming around here and there so you can actually see what's going on. So for people that are just coming in, I am getting myself ready for my launch of my course and my membership, which is going to be happening June the 1st, which is on Saturday. But I'm going to try to do something special on Friday. I'm not sure what it is, but we're going to just play it out. But if you are, or if you know somebody that is in education that wants to learn to be a tutor, please send them my way. Just go ahead and send me a message. So while you guys are here, might as well just get down to the nitty gritty because I only got a couple minutes before I have to go back to tutoring. So all I want to say is there are two options. There's two options, and I'm going to put out for payments. I know this is not free. Hey, that's how life is, right? So option one, which is a value, believe it or not, a 1461. You're like, woo, that's a little hot. That's a little out there, right? But if you're thinking about, you know what, Audrey, I just want the course, and then if you can give me some support here and there, that'll be awesome. Okay, not a problem. But that's going to be like 297. But if you want to just do the membership separate and then constantly keep asking me questions, that is going to be in the course. All right, that's going to be 97 a month. But here's my thing. My membership, you need to stay with me at least the first year. After the first year, if you want to continue on, that's awesome. But just like when you need a teacher mentor, you want to have that person around with you for the entire year. You know, you want to deal with all the good stuff, but at the same time, be there for the bad stuff, be there for the tweaking, be there for the motivation, the inspiration. You want to be that coach, and that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to do it separately, you can do it separately, and it will be costly. But this is the reason why I'm coming on here, because there is another thing that I want to do. So there is another option where you can get the course and the membership at the same time. And because I'm going to do it in the month of June, I'm going to do it at a cheaper rate. So if you're talking about like, wait, Audrey, you didn't talk about a membership. Well, let me tell you. So the membership, you're going to get access to the course. That's the course part that I just went through. But then there's 4 monthly coaching calls. So 2 of them are collab work days. Let me see if I can get my thing out the way. Okay, so 2 of them are collab work days. Another one is a business talk where I invite business people that understands like the whole concept, the concept of sales, the concept of organization, bits and pieces that's generally missing in a lot of programs. Is I'm going to bring some people in with the business side of it that can actually break down concepts that we can use right here, right now to help build our business. As well as we're going to have how-to sessions. So you ever get to a point that you want to learn something, but then you're learning it on your own, then you get frustrated, then you want to stop, then you're like, why did I start this in the first place? This is what the how-to sessions are for. I like to basically hold your hand and walk you through step by step what you need to do. So say, for instance, this past weekend, I did an event for Google Business. So just to get your Google Business profiles. Years ago, Google Business Profile was really complicated, didn't really know where you're going, especially when you first start. So now I took like 4 people, broke down those concepts. Hey, Lynn, broke down all those concepts, and they got their business profile on Google just like that. Didn't take long at all. But then we started talking. And then all of a sudden, there's like some other stuff that they want. They're like, well, how do I use Canva to do my Google business profile? Awesome question. Next thing you know, I'm showing people how to use Canva to make a post to post into their Google business to get more attraction. And then just having those conversations, we were able to connect it, and now people feel much better. So that's what I like to do with my how to sessions. With the how to, I'm going to walk you through it. If you don't understand Canva, guess what? Sign up for a how to session, and then I can walk you through Canva with the basic stuff without you feeling overwhelmed. And I'm going to walk you through. You have your computer up, you share your screen, and I say, okay, go here. And this is what this can do. Oh, and this is what this can do. Just all those basic things. But it's always nice to have someone that walks you through it instead of, here, watch the video and do it. And then you're like, I don't know where to start. Like, you said this button, and then you're spending 20 minutes to find that button for you to push to open up into the section that she's in. Next thing you know, the video is almost over. So by doing all that, hey, Robert, we got a member's choice. So people can actually choose what they want to do. Maybe they want to have just a bonding session where we can just sit and talk as just regular people instead of tutors. Maybe we can use it as like a networking session, or maybe we can just chill and relax. So it just seems like you're giving people choice to see what exactly that they want. So a friend of mine actually pointed out perfectly fine. People, when it comes to business, they want 3 things. They want coaching, they want direction, as well as they want community. And that's what I'm also going to be bringing in. We got a Facebook community. Hey, Vic, and Larry, how are you? So we got a Facebook community. So where I actually do one-to-one check-ins, I will call my people and be like, you know what? I haven't heard from you in about a week. Are you all right? What's going on? Don't struggle in silence. Talk to me. Hey, Gabby. So then they have access to the Facebook group where they can openly ask questions. We have access to me making a one-to-one video Zoom call that we can talk things out and to see how you're doing. No matter what, the key here is support. I want to support people. I want to make sure that you're okay. So that's why I say it would be great for you to have that 1-year commitment so you don't have to worry about that. So in addition to that, you're going to be a part of a network within a network. So say, for instance, I get a person that's reaching out to me that wants to tutor, and she does, 3rd grade, and she needs a 3rd grade tutor. And I'm not a 3rd grade tutor. So I will actually talk to people within my network and say, hey, how are you? Would you like to tutor this kid? I met the family. I think you guys will be a great fit. Because for me, I've always been a connector. I always want to get good people together. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's part of my gift that I got from God. I don't know. But either way, I really enjoy doing that. So, hey, Gabby, David. Hey, Dennis, how are you? So these are going to be what's part of the membership. It's an ongoing thing. Now, the course, it's always going to be growing. So once you pay for the course, if I add anything in, you get access to that. It's not going to be like, okay, you only have the course for a year. No, you have it forever. There you go. The membership goes on yearly. And my whole thing is, if you want to stay, you can stay. If you want to go, you can go. As long as you feel like, you know what, Audrey, I'm no longer the baby bird. I can fly on my own. I'm like, good luck, girl. But anytime you need anything, you can reach out to me. Okay. I always like to be there for people. So, but then, of course, this does not, oops, I'm getting like a major glare. So you're like, where are you going, Audrey? I am trying to see, where am I going? Okay, here we go. I know there's like major light hitting me over here. Okay, so option 2, again, course and membership. I'm not going to keep it at the same 297 and the 97 a month. Instead, hey Michelle, instead I'm actually going to break it down even further. So instead of 297 for the course, I'm going to go with 247. And instead of $97 a month, I'm going to go with $57 a month. So that's going to be a value of like of 931. But then who has 931? If you do, hey, let's go. You got that option. But if you don't have that option, I have something special for you as soon as I can find it from the glare. All right. So, what I'm doing is instead of you have the option of paying that in full, or you can pay it throughout for 12 months. So you're going to have me basically for 12 months. So for people that sign up around the June, July type of months, I want to say the summer months because I might have some people from New Zealand, then it'll be the winter months. Then you have me for a whole year. So if you ever have a question, you ask it. You don't have to pay an additional amount of money. You're already paying with your monthly fee. If you ever have a situation like Audrey, I don't know how to access this, then you get that. Or if I find something that's really interesting, I actually show that. So all of this is just that one monthly fee. So if you break it down, it's going to be $80 a month. And I know for some people, it's going to be like, wow, that is a lot. Yes. So for my whole thing is I really want to make sure that you don't have to pay every little bits and tips type thing. It's a one-time payment, okay? Once a month. You do it for a year. You get the support that you need. Hi, Keisha. You get whatever that you need. I love this person that says, I love cinnamon rolls. Love your name because I love cinnamon rolls too. But you get all that access. Basically, you get access to me, you get access to the group members. You're never going to be alone. So you just have to make sure that, hey, I want to do the tutoring. I want to get the support. I want to be able to help kids and have that be your driving force. So if that sounds like something that's like, you know what, Audrey, that sounds pretty good. I can see a lot of that be beneficial. And if it's not for you, but if you know someone else that can do it, hey, go ahead and pass my information on to them. Have them DM me and then we can take it from there. Because I will be coming on live a little bit more often this week, especially for TikTok. They're doing their thing. And also for Instagram as best as I can. So we can get this and be able to help and support. Because after July 31st, I'm talking August 1st, the prices are going to go up. And then to be honest with you, I really don't want a whole lot of people in the membership because I want to give more of that one-to-one, more of that, I don't want to say exclusive, but more of that attention that everyone deserves and needs. So I see you successful in life. I try. I try. I just try to do what's right, what's best. So that's why I give a lot of tips. So if you ever see like any of my videos wearing like a yellow shirt, I'm always giving like some kind of tip to kind of help people. So if like you can't do this, you got the tips. Because I always share. I'm an oversharer. That's my problem. Not a problem, but a solution for some people. But I understand like some cultures and some cannot afford that. Like $80 US is almost like what, 3, maybe 4 months of like living expenses. But we can probably do something if you are passionate about it. So I'm going to have to wrap this up because I have to hurry up and go tutor. But if this does sound like something that is, yes, thank you, Michelle. I am a sharer. But if there is anything that you see or that you hear and you see somebody that's like, you know what, I don't know what I want to do next year, and they are interested in going to tutoring, go ahead and send them my way. I am more than welcome to help out, to listen, to maybe even brainstorm, because you never know. Maybe tutoring is not your thing and it might be something completely different. So if you need someone to kind of like openly break down concepts so you can go and proceed in something, go ahead, reach out to me, and then let's see if we can do a brainstorming. All right. So once again, this is going to be You Can Tutor. I'm going to break it down again later on, probably later on tonight, or if not tomorrow. And hopefully everything's going well. If you are a tutor and you want to promote your business, I also have what's called Two Tutors Talking. That is my podcast where I interview tutors from all corners of the world, and they get to showcase their online tutoring business. And they can take the raw footage and put it with their publication and be able to use it to get more clients. It's a win-win situation. So if you're interested into doing Two Tutors Talking, do not hesitate to reach out to me. And I will see you guys soon, and have an amazing day. And thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you, Day Clark. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Beverly, if you're still here. And I'm not sure who else is in here. There's a second person that's around here stalking me. That's okay. But have an amazing day. Take care, guys.